In this video, I'm going to show you what are the policies that you need to be aware of for Google Play development. So here are the policies. These are very important so you don't have any violations on your applications or apps that you build. So first, the policy is that restricted content. So before submitting an app to Google Play, you need to ensure that the content policies are within the state laws and the local laws. So you should not have any inappropriate content or any illegal activities. And the second one is impersonation. What this means is you cannot mislead the users that your app is impersonating another app developer or something like that. So you cannot have an icon that shows that your app is actually somebody else's app, like looks very similar to another person's app. That is what impersonation is. You cannot impersonate another app. And similarly, intellectual property is the same thing, where you actually have to have your own ideas and you cannot copy uh, word to word content or something that, or pictures or images from from other apps that belong to other apps and that are that have intellectual property without giving them the credits or having the rights to share them in your app. So you cannot do that. For example, intellectual property will be, you cannot take a website and just make an app out of it without proving that the actual, you are part of the website, you are a manager of the dev, or you own the website. So you cannot make an app out of a website and have the same content without having the rights to the website, for example. And another, here you have privacy deception and device abuse. So um, you cannot violate user privacy and cannot uh, capture information in the background without the user content, like whether it's the location or things like that. So apps that are deceptive, malicious, or intended to abuse or misuse any network, device, or personal data are strictly prohibited. Like, for example, your apps cannot be monitoring what other apps are open or running on the device without getting the user's permission in terms of those kind of scenarios. And another one here is monetization and ads. Google Play supports a variety of monetization strategies. As you may know, there is you can do paid distribution, in-app products. You can do subscriptions for your app. You can even do ad-based models. But what you cannot do is run your own ads, uh, or just have an app that only shows ads. So that would be a violation of Google Play. And another thing is store listing and promotion. This is very important. The promotion and visibility of your app dramatically affects the store quality. So they are very, like, they're gonna check if your store listing is you know has the right content and low quality promotions or efforts to boost um, app visibility on Google Play. You cannot have in your store listing, for example, you cannot have images that say, oh, free, or anything like that, because even the app is free, you cannot say that, or you cannot falsely say, we have had so many downloads, like 1 million plus downloads or things like that. Your app, the pictures you use have to be accurate. The store listing content should be accurate and neat and clean, not in all caps. Things like that is what they're looking for when it comes to store listing. If and Yeah, you should have good content in store listing. And another one is spam and minimum functionality. What this means, it at a minimum, your app should provide users a basic degree of functionality and respectful user experience. If the app is crashing all the time, then your app will be suspended or rejected from the app store. Or, for example, it doesn't load at all, it just doesn't do anything, it just it's stuck or something like that, then also you will be violating the spam and minimum functionality policy, and they might flag your app status to be either to be removed, or you need to fix the app. So it will be taken down if you don't fix on these. So minimum functionality also means you have to add value. Your app has to be a little bit unique than any existing apps, and you have to actually add value to the usage of the app. It cannot be identical to an existing app, like super identical. It has to have some differences, and it also cannot be broken, or you cannot be spamming the people and things like that. And another policy is malware. So malware is any code that could put a user or user's data or device at risk. Um, because malwares are potentially harmful to the users. Google prohibits that any apps containing malware. So if your app does have any malware, it will be taken down from Google Play. And another one again is mobile unwanted software. So apps that violate this are basically very harmful to the user experience, and they will take this down, these kind of softwares down. And another very important one is families. Before submitting an app that targets children, if your app does target children, you have to ensure that your app is appropriate for child and compliant with all the relevant things. So if you do have apps, there are many categories within the families app. You can even get your app certified as a teacher approved app here, designed for apps. You can do that. You can make sure you apply for that and make sure you have that certification from Google Play. And another thing is, in order to be compliant with the content policies, uh, there you gotta keep they will enforce these policies by sending you alerts or violations. And you can always check the Google Play console um, for um, for if your app has any of these warnings. They do give you 7 or 21-day warnings to see if your app needs to be fixed, and if it's something that's very critical, your app will completely be removed until you fix and submit a new um, app bundle, basically. So I think the most important ones that Google Play cares about are these are all of these that are written here, as you can see on their site here. So you have to explore, you can explore more of their policies by visiting the Developer Policy Center. You can just Google for Google Play Developer Policy Center. All of these policies are explained in detail. If you have any questions, actually, if you the help center is a great place to be. And also within the help center, they have many courses that can briefly explain to you what these violations are. So, hope this is useful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I'll get back to you and we can resolve this together. I can help you look into this.